Hey, good Monday to you, everybody. How are you? It's good to see you and it's good to be seen by you. Welcome to the show. I, of course, am the one and only Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud, and clear on a Monday afternoon. And I hope you guys are doing really well. Great old ones: Elizabeth Stranger, Gary Bovey, Tolemicus, Rob Phillips, Bob Schult, and Paladin Steve. Thank you all very much for tuning in today wherever you're tuned in at. If you're watching us over on X or if you're watching us over here on YouTube, if you haven't already, please pop in and say hello. I love to hear from you. Just a quick mention in the chat, and that would be super duper. But the bigger favor you can do me, listen to me. It's not 5 minutes in, not a minute in, and I'm already asking you guys to do me favors. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button and click the bell icon for notifications. Keep telling people about this channel if you like the stuff that I do and you want to see more of it. If you don't, well, you don't have to do anything. Anyway, Bob, I'm going to have to try that. That sounds really neat. Anyway, so yeah, welcome as always to the live stream. If you're one of the 250 people who have subscribed to the channel in the last few days, thank you very much for doing so. I really, 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 really appreciate it. Listen. If you've subscribed to the YouTube channel, and this goes for anyone watching now who's been here and subscribed for a really long time, or whether you're a new person who subscribed, if you haven't already, reach out to me for 5 free first edition AD&D adventures penned by yours truly in PDF format, of course. I will send you the download link. Maybe don't ask in chat, drop me a message on social media and ask for those, because I might miss your comments there in the chat. I would absolutely love to get those in your hot little hands. Just my way of saying thank you to the folks who support this channel, and I'll slide that link onto you. These are some pretty good, I think, pretty good first edition AD&D adventures. So I want to get that to you. I want to put that in your hands. So just let me know if you're one of those people who's recently subscribed, or maybe you've been subscribed for, I don't know, maybe you subscribed to this channel back in 2014. Maybe you're an OG supporter and you've never gotten those modules. Let me know and I will send you the link. Of course, I can't let the opening preamble ramble go by without mentioning to you that tonight's show is brought to you by me, the Dungeon Delver, which seems like kind of an like on its face an obvious thing to do or to say, yeah. But in this particular case, the meaning is that I have merch, folks. I have some absolutely gorgeous merch available on my spring store. It is linked in the comments down below. We have an amazing, just a smashing, beautiful logo created by the one and only Tracy Lesh. And yes, I do pay him for his work. I did not go beg him for help. Well, I did beg him, but I did pay him. So Tracy gets paid for that awesome logo he did too. And also, speaking of putting some work in, it is also brought to you by Crom, the character record organization manager software. It is a state-of-the-art 21st century solution to your 1978 problems of how not only to create a first edition AD&D character, but how to manage them as they gain levels. If they're humans, as they dual class, or if they're a half elf, as they dual class towards bards, because yes, it will let you create a bard character. I think that's a pretty nice touch. If it's in the player's handbook, if it's in the 1E player's handbook, guys, Crom will do it. 4 methods of stat generation, including a 5th. Maybe you don't trust random number generation. You can manually input your stats yourself, or maybe you get a set of stats that's pretty good, but you'd like it to be a little bit better. From Crom's worksheet menu, you can change just about anything you want with your character. Do an alignment change, but beware, that'll cost you a level and any special powers you might get. It absolutely positively will change how you handle your characters for any first edition scenario that you can imagine. Steve K, hello, good to see you. John Strain. Okay, so now wand crafting, that is the purview of the DM to determine. That's a DM thing. This is for the players. This is strictly for the players. So it does not do that. It does not do scroll scribing, but it does everything that you as a player can do with your character, or you as a dungeon master. How many times have you been playing AD&D and you roll up a random encounter and it's a party of adventurers? Well, I mean, obviously you can kind of wing it and say, oh, they have somebody in wizardly robes and a cleric and a couple of fighters. Sure. But imagine being able to stat it out in literally just a few minutes for your players. Or you just go through and build yourself a library, a rogues gallery, if you will. Crom can do all of that, and it's only $25, 25 US dollars to purchase Crom. Reach out to me on social media. I accept payments via PayPal, going down right across the bottom there. And I will send you a link to download the latest and greatest version of Crom. Yeah, John Strain, exactly. It takes an hour. Gonzalo asks, I have a crazy friend that doesn't use Crom. Is he crazy? No, your friend's not crazy. He's just probably a communist. Yeah, so the crafting of magic items and so on was taken out of the DM's hand and put in the player's hand in 2nd edition, and so on. This is that's right, Gonzalo. You're gonna have to turn him in if he's not using Crom. But if they purchase a copy of Crom, I think I can place a call to old J. Edgar and smooth things over up in DC for him. But anyway, so it takes minutes to create a character. Excalibur, good to see you, my friend. How are you? And it's guys, it's so easy. It's so easy. I would dare say, if you're playing Beck Me or 2nd edition or something like that, and you just need a core set of character stats, nothing fancy, you could still find some use in Crom. Hey, Jack, Lost Lore Scholar, £2. Thank you very much. That I think that's like $4. I don't see it as a super, or are you just yanking my chain? But Jack, it's wonderful to see him. Thank you for popping in. So I gotta say, last week was a lot of fun. We had Matthew Tapp, Barrows and Borderlands. Matthew Tapp was on, showing us just some absolutely gorgeous stuff that he's done. And I feel like that's awesome. Thank you very, very much, Jack. Much love to you and the missus. By the way, everybody, give a shout out to Jack, his lovely wife. Well, they're in a family way together, so I think that's an absolutely charming turn of events for two lovely people who deserve all the joy in the world. Oh, that's excellent, Excalibur. That's excellent. Yeah, old school is where it's at, man. But anyway, yeah, if you're playing an older version of D&D at all, and you need, I'm just going to tell you, you're going to have to do the base character yourself. You might have to come through and say, all right, save as text. Now I got to go in and change some stuff. But Crom will still do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Don't dismiss it out of hand just because it's primarily for 1E. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, I appreciate you for purchasing it if you purchase it. If you want to just sit back and watch the show and enjoy, well, we can do that too. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying about, we had Matthew Tapp on last week. I, of course, was out Wednesday of last week, but I'm here all this week. Now, I'm waiting to hear back from Kyle. I'm waiting to hear back from Kyle about whether or not he's going to be here on Wednesday for a stream. But one thing that I can absolutely assure you of, assure, one thing I can assure you of is that tomorrow night, Tuesday night, we will be playing some first edition AD&D right here, right now. And I'm just stoked. Gonzalo celebrates 11 months of membership, 32 or 7.32K subs. Yeah. I math goodly. Hager the Horrible, good to see you. But yeah, so we'll be playing first edition AD&D tomorrow night. It is an interlude between A2 and A3 in a certain keep that is located on some borderlands. I think you guys may be familiar with it, but we're not going to be playing B2. This campaign saw the clearing out of the Caves of Chaos, so that is good. Hager, we did a long run in the Keep on the Borderlands, buddy. I'm sorry that we're not that we're not going to be going back. There's stuff that can be done that can happen at the Keep. Don't worry about it. There'll be some familiar faces, but the party has comported the indigent, the downtrodden, the put upon slaves that they rescued from the slavers' stockade. And they got them back across the Pomarge to the keep near the Duchy of Ulick. And well, we'll go from there. You guys will have to tune in and see what happens. So that's Tuesday night. Like I said, Wednesday we're kind of up in the air over Kyle, and it's not a guest of honor at pace 3. The hell are you talking about? You sniffing glue over there, Cuthbert? No, I'm just kidding. Yes, I've been named a guest of honor at pace. I hope I can get there. Isn't it Paige, by the way? Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo? Whatever it is. I hope I can get there and accept that honor. But page 3, yes, I thought so, St. Cuthbert. I thought so. So yeah, so that's Tuesday and Wednesday. But I just want to assure you guys, any delays on Wednesday, on finding out about Wednesday, if you're like, but I want to know now, that's not Kyle's fault. That's on me. I should have asked him earlier, and I was like, oh, I'm going live. I should ask Kyle. Well, it's like he's like not even up. If he's awake now, Kyle, I'm sorry. Uh, no, he's still snoozing. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning where he's at. So, um, hey, Doc Flamingo, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's not doing the thing. It's not showing you guys as supers like I want it to. That makes me sad. Like I appreciate that super Doc Flamingo, but it's not it's not like all special looking. I blame that on StreamYard. Did they change something? So color comments. Style? Is it? No, it's not under style. It's not under media assets. It looks special in your stream. Okay. Well, that's cool, I guess. Well, I appreciate the super Doc Flamingo. Super Doc Flamingo. I like that. Sounds like a New England comics, like an indie comics press from the late 80s or early 90s, one of their kind of ironic, fun superheroes. It's like a spoof on somebody like Super Doc Flamingo. He's a doctor who got transferred, who did a mind transfer with a flamingo and was then hit with an L ray that gave him superpowers. Super Doc Flamingo. Kyle doesn't wake up at the I don't think so. I don't think so, Robert Phillips. There wasn't, Damien, but there's going to be now. There's absolutely going to be now. Anyhow, moving right along. So that's through Wednesday. Thursday, we're gonna have to. I hate to do this to you guys, like Wednesday, Thursday. What's happening? I don't know, because I told you guys, let's look at the week ahead. Thursday, I tell you what, we're gonna do a deep dive, guys. We're gonna do a deep dive on something. We're gonna take a look at something, a little something I picked up at EggCon. I'm looking at it right now. That's what we're going to do on Thursday. We're going to deep dive something, and maybe, just maybe, we'll have the author of it on the show in the future. Actually, there's no maybe about it. I do want to have the author on the show in the future because he was really awesome, and he gave me one of his digest-sized gaming books for free, for gratis. So, well, I mean, I already had Jeff Talanian on a couple of weeks ago, John, and we did kind of deep dived EggCon a lot. So, but if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask them. And then, of course, Friday coming up, we're going to be playing Gamma World, guys. How cool is Gamma World? But the fun don't stop there, because guess what? I'm back on Saturday. On Saturday, I'm back. Saturday, I will be appearing with Yang Yan Zhao and the Dungeon Minister, and we'll be simul streaming, of course, but we are once again going to be holding court as the Nerd Council of Doom. We're going to cover all the pop culture news over the last 30 days, and have we ever got a lot to get to you? Your 7-day forecast. Well, I hope so. And I just I need to check. Pardon me for a moment. I'm not going anywhere, but I do want to have a quick look at something. Let me see. I'll pull up my Google Calendar. Oh, that is. So let's see. All right, so I need to double check this, but I believe that it's this Saturday coming up. I want to share something with you guys real quick. Because I would be willing to bet. I would be willing to bet to my family because I want to keep it out of the hands of the Chinese when I pass away. Little geography joke there. Little political joke there from the Delver. Let's see, where is it? There it is. I would be willing to lay a bet, if she was good looking enough, that you guys have looked at something that I'm going to share with. I would be willing to lay money on you guys having seen this and wondered what this is all about, why this is here. I want you to look right here. I'm going to zoom in on that. Y'all see that real good? Nystel's Magic Aura. Illusion Phantasm. Level 1, range touch, duration 1 day per level, area of effect, special components, verbal, somatic material. Casting time, 1 round, saving throw, special, explanation, description. By means of this spell, any one item of a weight of 50 gold piece per level of experience of the spellcaster can be given an aura which will be noticed if detection of magic is exercised upon the object. If the object bearing the Nystel's magic aura is actually held by the creature detecting for a Dwemer, he or she or it is entitled to a saving throw versus magic. And if the saving throw is successful, the creature knows that the aura has been placed to mislead the unwary. Otherwise, the aura is simply magical, but no amount of testing will reveal what the magic is. The component for this spell is a small square of silk, which must be passed over the object to bear the aura. Interesting spell, is it not, boys and girls? I think it is. It's kind of a funky little spell that you as a player can maybe use to sell a quote unquote magic item and gain a lot of money. Or alternately, that a DM could have cast, I don't know, on every pebble in a tomb that a lich is lying in. So if the party goes in and detects magic, they get blasted from everywhere. JP got rockets. Good to see you. But what I mean, Nystel. The hell's a Nystel? Nistel? Nystool? Nistool? What is it? You're going to find out, because we are going to be interviewing the one and only Mike Nystel on this program. I believe it's this coming Saturday. I all my notes are over on my edit PC, and I did not pass them over here, and my old man brain is having trouble remembering. So the person for whom that spell is named is gonna be on the show, talking old school D&D, talking about hanging out with Gary, talking about working, just being part of that early TSR experience and what he's got going on right now, because I think that is going to interest you guys a lot. So I'm hyped about that. So that is the week ahead, boys and girls. That is what's going on between now and way over there, when my voice finally gives out at, I don't know, 11 o'clock Sunday night. So, John Strain, go answer that phone, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. So, I hope you guys are going to lock in. I hope you guys are going to want to be here for all that madness. I know some of you have real lives. I get it completely. I totally understand. Grave Walker says most people never played in tournaments. The adventure, the characters, and all their supplies are set up for on everything. Okay, I don't disagree with that. But anyway, so yeah, we've got a big week ahead of us. Even if we don't end up gaming with Kyle on Wednesday, we'll find something to do. We'll find something to do. Never you fear. And then it's just going to keep going week after week, guys. That's how we do around here. So now I open the floor up. I open the floor up for any discussion, and I open the floor up for any discussion, any comments, criticisms, negative, nasty remarks. I will now answer your classic D&D questions. Does Delver have Cyborg Commando? I did for a while, and I had a nice Cyborg Commando set too. It was very clean, in a good box. Had a few of the modules in it. I ended up selling it because it's terrible. Cyborg Commando is awful, and you shouldn't play it. Sorry, just how I feel. Hashtag how I feel. Or break out Space Hulk on Wednesday. I don't know about it. I've done a lot of Space Hulk demos, guys. I've done a lot of Space Hulk demos. So you'll just have to see what we've got in the holster. Emmy, good to see you. Walks in and falls on the bed after work for the Emperor. Emmy dies. Oh no, don't die, Emmy. Please don't. Gonzalo asks, have I ever role played out a PC making a powerful magic item by the rules? I've never run a PC who's been powerful enough to make a powerful magic item. As a DM, I have had players commission powerful magic items. Swords beyond +2, armor beyond +2. But I myself have never run a character, unfortunately. I open the floor up. Dex check. Excuse me, JP got rockets. Excuse me, Dex check. How about save versus paralysis? Dex check. I'll check your Dex. Am I a fan of Retroclone? Well, it depends on which ones you're talking about. Let me be 100% clear here. I had like a tiny fingernail sliver amount of work that I did on Osric. I specifically sphinxes, snakes, and spiders. They literally just needed the monster entries in, and I was like, I want my name in the book. I'll do this. But I do like Osric. I like what Osric was attempting to do. I like the fact that it was a finger in the eye of Wizards of the Coast. Swords and Wizardry is a clone of original D&D. I love Swords and Wizardry, same as I love Osric. Yeah, me either, John. So Osric and Swords and Wizardry, extra primo good. I know the people that created them, and I have nothing but good things to say about them. I think they're fine people. The further away from that you get, let me ask you something. You guys fans of The Simpsons? back when The Simpsons was good in the 1990s, there was a season 2 or 3, maybe, episode where Moe invented, well, Homer, uh, and Moe invent a drink. The flaming Homer. It's like just a bunch of booze and cough syrup, and then you set it on fire and blow it out. But Homer gets mad at Moe for telling everybody it's called a flaming Moe instead of a flaming Homer. And so tag that, Rory. I'll come back to you on that wish question. But so by the end of the, Homer blurts out the secret ingredient for it. And because of that, everybody is making their own flaming Moes. That's like, you can buy them. It's not unique anymore. And it's unclear where the original now is, right? And did Moe invent it? Can you get an actual one at Moe's bar? Is it the guy in the push cart on the street? Is it another bar over here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? So for the denouement of that episode, we saw that everybody had created a clone. I feel like, first of all, do your own thing. And if it's a finger in the eye to Wizards of the Coast, good. But because of that, your retro clone has to really bring something unique to the table, something that really draws me in beyond strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, charisma. D4 for magic users and illusionists, D6 for thieves and druids, D8s for clerics, D10s for fighters. You've got to bring more to the table now with an old school clone. And what I've seen is that a lot of people have gone so hard into the paint of let's make it different, is you just make it inaccessible. Jeff Talanian and I have talked about this, and I talked to Matthew Tapp about this. Making stuff that it's like, it's one-y, but it's weird. It's one-y, but it's fucked up. It's one-y, but it's blah, 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 blah. I think really doing weird for weird's sake, just to try and make your thing different, is bad. I don't like that. Well, it's subjectively bad. Maybe it's good for you. But that is a common theme that I see in a lot of OSR clones. So if you're not doing that, if you're making it unique without, like, everybody does insert absurd weird thing here. If you're doing it without doing that, then you're doing it right. Like old school, I think that's a good example there. Now, there was a question here from Rory. Am I a fan of the wish spell? Has any player wished for crazy amounts of gold or items? No, but I had the players accidentally waste a wish spell, bringing someone back from the dead when they had a cleric. The player was out, and the magic user burned a wish to get the player's high-powered NPC back when they could have cast a raise dead. I am 100% okay with wish flawlessly duplicating a lower level spell's effects if it is to aid in the common weal of the party. Greedy wishes, self-serving greedy wishes, you get the monkey's paw. I want 1,000,000 gold pieces, but I'm going to be smart. I want it in a vault in the city of Greyhawk under my name, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you've got that. A whole bunch of minor lords' vaults are empty, and they start casting divination to find out what happened to their gold. They hawk a few of the items on their persons because they want to find out, and they all realize it was you. I hope you saved a wish for what's coming next. So, that is an example of how I handle wishes. You know, I wish I had the power to teleport the party to safety right now, even though I know the teleport spell would only normally get me to safety. I wish I could get us to a safe place on the surface, out of the dungeon, away from monsters, unharmed, etc., 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 etc. So yes, it is there are correct uses of wish and there are incorrect uses of wish, and I think hopefully I've kind of given you an example of what I consider of each. I wish another character, that would be a bad one. Are you thinking of anyone in particular on any particular night, Gonzalo? You don't have to say, I'm just curious. You know what? Okay. Speaking of magic and speaking of clones and speaking of lightweight systems, I gotta you know what? Yes, you would. I'm sorry, Gonzalo. Yes, you absolutely would. Just say it flat out. But I got to give props where props are due. For a long time now, at least on 4 episodes, I have worked with a lovely woman by the name of Risa, and I will not disrespect her last name by messing it. Risa has worked with Matt Finch on many of his products. Her company worked with that. She's now off. She's done her own thing. She's working with a group on a horror themed role-playing game. Now, it is a, I guess you could call it I don't know if you would say it is a module for or a clone of Shadow Dark. But it is it is really super interesting, and it is in the early playtest stages. Now, I hope to have her on the show to talk about it. It's I'm sorry, I'm completely stepping around. It's called Erebus Mythos. Now, here's the unique twist. Okay, so it's a horror game built on the Shadow Dark rules. It is a horror game set in 19th century Greece, which is a place whose history at that time I have no knowledge of, none whatsoever. So we play tested that. Hey, Dungeon Minister, good to see you. We play tested that on Sunday morning. It was supposed to be just like a 3-hour thing. We ended up going for close to 5 hours. I played a Greek Orthodox priest. I'm not going to spoil the adventure for you guys. I don't know if it'll end up being their pack-in adventure or if they're going to want to expand it out. But guys, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Now again, it wasn't D&D, and I wasn't using it as a substitute for D&D. I so rarely ever get to play anymore where I can just put my feet up and say, okay, well, I'm finally getting a chance to actually game. Like I didn't give it any second thought about uh oh well, I need to uh try an old school D&D this thing up to set these kids on the right. No, 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 no. I mean, we had guns, very clearly 1800s technology. A little bit of a spoiler. It felt very much like a Hammer horror movie. And that's pretty high praise coming from me. I like a good Hammer horror movie. But it was really good. I played an Orthodox priest, Father Grigori. So it was it was just oodles of fun, and I enjoyed it. And I am looking forward to doing something like that again. If they're like, okay, we've tightened up our rules a little bit, we want to, I'll do it. That's right, Risa. Hello. Yes, there she is. There she is. And I got to hear what her voice sounds like. We edged closer to getting her on a live stream, guys. We've moved the needle to the right soon. But and Elizabeth was there. The fear checks, you thought those were very rational. But she does. She absolutely does. So yeah, Beth and I and a couple of my former allies from the Monday night AD&D game, we all hopped in. That sounds pretty kick-ass, actually, Gonzalo. That sounds pretty neat. Little apocalypto kind of vibe. I'm digging it. Or maybe after, like, what happens after the conquistadors come ashore, which would be, I'm not making this verbal pun, post apocalypto. But yeah, guys, I'm very, 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 very happy that I get a chance to play Erebus Mythos, because it was fun to just play. It was fun to not have to DM. Lord Byron lived in Greece before his death. He was mad, bad, and dangerous to know. Dungeon Minister is playing Jeremy Irons. Well, if you're gonna play an Aztec shaman, you really got to work at it, because a role like that takes a lot of heart. I'm not very proud of that pun, but on the other hand, I'm very proud of that pun. Boom. Anyway, so yeah, Sunday was a joy, and I'm glad I got to do that, and I'm glad I got to hang out with Risa. She actually, Risa did not play with. I mean, she helped craft the adventure, so obviously her playing with us would have been a little, but Risa was there to help out the game master, and our game master. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up my notes here because My brain is like Swiss cheese. Nikas, our game master, was top notch, and Risa had a friend come in, and that was Methodius came in and hung out with us. So good times. It's my native. Really like the Forgotten Realms Maztica supplement. I never played that one. The closest I've gotten to an Aztec vibe in any of the any time I played AD&D is, of course, the Hidden Shrine of Temokan. Which, speaking of which, thank you for hanging out with us, Rory. I appreciate it. Speaking of which, I have to say that the creator of that module, Harold Johnson, we're going to have him on the show soon. I did a little interview with Harold at EggCon, which is up on my channel. You guys can go see it. And you should, based on the numbers. None of you have. But yeah, so Harold, we're going to have him on the show. And I really want to dig in to the history of Lost Temokan. I really do. So that is coming up. I don't know when yet. It's going to be later. Are we in autumn yet? US peeps, are we in autumn yet? Yes. Let me throw this up on the screen real quick for you, Risa. And if you have some contact deets that you'd like me to share with people, or I think, Risa, are you on the main Delver's Dungeon Discord? I think you are. Yeah. I know you're on the little game room Discord where we played. But if you're not, then we can fix that. But yeah, I can funnel people to you. That is true, Vinny. That's very true. Also, I would, you know what? I'm gonna throw out the invite here. Right here, right now. It is in the chat, but if you want it up on screen, anybody let me know. Yes, I have settled on the October Call of Cthulhu adventure because it's right over there. It's going to be another modern horror one, and I think you guys are going to like it. I really want to crank up the creep factor to 11, and I got to be 100% honest. I did seriously consider doing Ted the Caver as the theme. The problem is, I think the whole world knows about Ted the Caver, right? And I don't want to just give a thrill to the players. I want to give a thrill to you guys. I want to throw something at you guys horror-wise that you haven't heard before. By the way, Risa, I know it's late at night, but 4-week mini campaign every Friday night in October, Call of Cthulhu. Some liminal, creepy, absolute horror. If you're interested, you let me know. How dare it's been okay, guys. It's been a minute. Yeah, same username as she has here in the chat, guys. Message Risa and ask her if you are interested in playtesting the Will you be using the same adventure for it? Um, I don't want to say, you know, well, it'll be this adventure, but if you're interested in playtesting Erebus Mythos, reach out to Risa. They need non-Greek playtesters to test it out. And I will say this: I know I'm pumping a lot of sunshine here about it, but I don't get to play often. I did not feel like a cultural, like, well, I'm not Greek, so I guess whatever. It was just good suspenseful role playing. I mean, a good ghost story is fairly universal. A mini campaign with minis. Yeah, so same adventure I played in. So therefore, no spoilers, guys. No spoilers. Don't even ask me. A mini campaign with minis. No. Strangely, yeah, Grenadier did put out a whole line of Call of Cthulhu minis. It's just not what it's like. You're running down the hall. Let me move you 10 inches forward. No. You're running down the hall. You're going to hear this gelatinous squelching behind you. Pausing, perhaps fatally, to look over your shoulder, you see this fetid plastic column oozing, conforming to the angles and the corners as it crushes the detritus and discarded desks and chairs that line the hall behind you, not slowing for even an instant. You can't do that with minis, guys. You just can't. Doc Flamingo says the King in Yellow shops at his local Walmart. I believe it. I think there are places in Walmart that are passages to Carcosa. Yeah, there's no mini Cthulhu. You'd have to 3D print like a person-sized Cthulhu and then dump it on the table, right? No, don't apologize. Oh, and speaking of Doc Flamingo, we're going to have Doc Flamingo. I was going to try and get him on this week, but Doc, you confirm right now, next week, next Thursday night. Yes or no? We'll make it happen, brother. We'll figure it out. There's a Cthulhu figure line. You better hope they don't get a hold of you. Yes, excellent. So Doc Flamingo also created a role playing. He gifted us one. Doc Flamingo gifted us a copy of his role playing game. It's right over here. It is 2 volumes. Be careful. I'm knocking stuff down. You know what? I'm not breaking anything else. I'll have them out. It's Age of Blood and Iron. Doc Flamingo wrote it, and I'm pumped for it. So, yes, the 28th. Isn't Cthulhu 18 feet tall? No. Good God, no. Go read The Call of Cthulhu, the story, The Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, when Cthulhu shows up, when the stars are right, yeah, he's mountain tall. Non-Greek guy here, playtest John Strain. Get over on the Discord and reach out to Risa and get that going. She will help you out with that. So for those of you who are interested, as a matter of scale for Cthulhu, I know there's the fold out in the 4th edition rulebook. Let me, if I can do this without destroying my house, which by the way is in, I am horrifically stressed out right now, guys. I'm quite near nervous breakdown at this point. I am so stressed out right now, and I'm so worried about something. So if I stutter a little bit, all right. So here we go. We're going to jump zoom. Let's jump zoom in. So that's Cthulhu right there. You see those little smudges? You see that thing that looks a bit like Cthulhu to his left? That's a star spawn of Cthulhu. You see that little smudge between his feet? That's a person. That's Cthulhu. With all respect to Sandy, they didn't get the proportions right on Cthulhu at all. I'm not going to spoiler alert this because honestly, you should have read the Call of Cthulhu already. But at the end of Call of Cthulhu, it is chasing a ship. It is implied he is not swimming after the ship when he's chasing it. And by the way, this is in the Pacific. You guys know how deep the Pacific can be. It is implied that he's walking on the seabed as he's chasing them, and just the top of his head is protruding from the water. Google average depth of the Pacific Ocean. If Cthulhu shows up, it's all over. Now, you might be interested, just so we can clarify. Well, if Cthulhu shows up and the world ends, why didn't the world end? When the city of Riley sinks back down because of magics, because the stars aren't right, whatever, he's once again imprisoned in it, and he goes into his undead state again. And that's what happened in Call of Cthulhu, the story. So the stars aren't quite right, but an earthquake or volcanic upheaval caused a portion of the seabed containing Riley to rise up. And because some poor sailors were like, oh, we discovered a new island here, they fucked around and found out. Yes, Tiamat, I remember. And that was when I stopped reading wild cards. What the astronomer got up to. And all I have to say about that is, Martin, what the actual fuck? If I say anything, if I say the things that made me stop reading George R.R. Martin that were in that wild card book, my channel will be gone. I can sit here and drop profanity for the rest of the live stream, the next 10 or 15 minutes, nonstop, just F-bombs. But if I say one time what the astronomer was doing, not just the astronomer, I'm blaming this on the astronomer, on the description of the astronomer. What Fortunato did, the good guy. The good guy. Buh. The astronomer was vile. Fortunato was not much better, if I'm being honest, given what he did. And Michael, you know what I'm talking about, what he did. So there you go, JP Got Rockets. Yeah, no, he was an incredibly self-serving piece of garbage. He just happened to be set against what the astronomer was doing. That begs the question of the mythos: is Dagon really Cthulhu? I think you meant to ask, is Dagon really Cthulhu's servant, or is Jailer of Cthulhu sleep? whereas when his city has entered the sea. I think the deep ones just worship Cthulhu. It is strongly implied that Father Dagon and Mother Hydra are not gods themselves. They are simply the biggest and longest lived deep ones. They've just been around for 1 billion years, and they've grown like a goldfish. You know, you put a goldfish in a goldfish bowl, they're that big. You put a goldfish in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, you're going to wind up with, like, goldfish this big. Father Dagon and Mother Hydra are revered by the deep ones, but ultimately the deep ones worship and serve Cthulhu. Oh, Chris. Oh my God, brother. Please get better soon. Prayers up for you, Chris. And that is correct, Michael. There are some very good guy characters. It's just not worth having to read particular scenes that Fortunato is involved in to get to those characters. There's 1,000 ways. I'm going to stop. Yeah, I don't. Here's the thing. If I'm reading fantasy, I want some daring do. I want some. Look, I read Moorcock's Elric Cycles. I read the Chronicles of Corum. I'm sorry, Elric Saga's Chronicles of Corum. Some Hawkmoon stuff. I've had my deconstructed heroes in my life. There's books I'll read that don't have a bright, happy ending to them. Lovecraft's work, for example. But I just don't dig on the whole, let's deconstruct everything. So yeah, I mean, when I read fantasy, I want something like The Lord of the Rings. Myth Adventures is a very dark work. I don't know. I just think it's now. I didn't read the very last book that Aspirin came out with. I don't think, but I mean, yeah, there's some cutthroat stuff and some humorously cynical stuff in it, but by and large, it was Skeeves Bildungsroman. Oh, okay. Art Gonzalo yanking my chain. I get you. I get you. Martin got butthurt that the great and powerful turtle was the most popular character in WoW. Possibly. And what the astronomer did to Dinosaur Kid. Honestly, guys, there's something wrong with George R.R. Martin. He's not okay in the head. So any more questions, guys? Any more comments, criticisms, negative, nasty remarks? We've got a whole week of fun coming up. And again, I want you guys, if you want to try out, my brain keeps trying to say the wrong thing and I hate it for it. If you guys want to try out Erebus Mythos, please. Voice broke. Thank you very much, voice. Hey, Janie, do you want to go to the dance? Please reach out to Risa on the Discord. I will put her name up there. This is her handle on my Discord. So you guys can that work. Woohoo. Okay. So look her up on the Discord and say, yes, I want to play Erebus Mythos. I want to play in a cool 19th century horror game set in Greece. And I think you will have a lot of fun. I think you will enjoy it. I think you'll be thrilled. I think your hackles will be raised in a very good, I had fun in a spooky horror game, dark fantasy kind of game. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you really will. Post Del Rey, I do not read. I can appreciate that. Cuthbert 2. We've had 2 St. Cuthberts on. That's very confusing, but awesome. That's about all I've got, guys, unless you have any further questions for me. I want to thank Jack, Gonzalo, and I think Doc Flamingo for the super chats, because it wasn't doing the thing that it was supposed to be doing, where it was flagging Cuthby. I was just telling people to reach out to you if they want to play Erebus Mythos, if they want to play test Erebus Mythos, that you are looking for more non-Greek playtesters. So, and hey, I'll play again. So, yeah, barring any other questions, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and scoot on out of here. Did you see me with the Slave Lords modules? Yes. I mean, I play them on Tuesday nights. That's what my Tuesday night AD&D campaign is currently going through. Davey White just discovered my channel looking for Camel role plays, planning to run GW1 for your players when we're down a player. Looking forward to watching your AP. Thank you very much. Thank you, Davey. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will tell you guys, just in passing, before I slide out of here, let's have a quick gander. We are at 7,324 subscribers on the channel, guys. 7,324. It'd be neat if we could hit 8K before the end of the year. It'll happen if it happens. What is my favorite official Greyhawk NPC non-god? Probably Mordenkainen. Maybe. Well, no, I've got it. You know what? No, I'm not just blowing sunshine for Rob. I am going to say that it is Robilar, because I have used Robilar a lot in my Monday night game. Thank you, Davey. I appreciate it. I really do. Do those modules have tournament characters in the back? Yes, they do, Gravewalkers. Yes, they do. And I'm going to put that up there for Chris. You guys, if you're in the neighborhood, maybe give Chris a shout. So, so that then, again, barring any further questions, you guys definitely tune in. You put in my vote for me as a special guest at next year's EggCon, and you would buy me lunch and chat about. Well, thank you very much. I didn't know it was up to a vote. if I'm being completely honest with you. I'll stuff the ballot box. Yeah, we got to give props to Don K. Merland. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. Prayers up for Chris Sims, guys. I'm going to scoot on out of here. You know what we didn't encounter, though, when we were playing Erebus Mythos, and maybe it's a good thing because it might have eaten us all, but I don't think these things existed in Greek folklore, and that, of course, was the dreaded owl bear. Peace, good night, love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.